45%. Should be enough.
Yeah, should be.
Well, I missed Tuesday.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this can't be spoken. This can never be known. It can never be understood. This is silence, undisturbed silence. The kind of silence that doesn't require any noise to stop. The kind of silence that is everywhere present is nothing. It's already here in the midst of argument, confusion, frustration. And everything seems to arise from this silence. Even when there is talking happening, it is seen from this silence. The activity is seen as just silence appearing as an activity. So everything is beautiful when it is seen from this silence. And there is no seer already, there's just seeing. Which is exactly this silence that is being spoken here about. So there is no one here who's talking. There is no one there who's listening. There's just silence. There's just seeing. And nothing is seen. If it comes up that something is seen, that's just a label. That's just an imagination. Everything is already nothing. everything is already nameless. There may be a label that may seem to be coming up as a result of the knowledge in the memory that what is being seen is a computer screen. But there is no computer screen. There's just nothing, or just this appearing. So everything is this. Listening that seems to be happening has no listener. And the seeing as it is has no seer already. So there's nothing here. There's already nobody to find anything. There's already nobody who's searching, who's seeking. There's just nothing appearing. There's no world already. There's just this. So you never came here. There's nobody here who came to the meeting. There's just this, which is nothing, appearing as that. This, as it is not a man or a woman. It's not a human being. It can never really be pointed at because it's everything. There's no separation. It can never really be known because the knower, or what seems to be the knower, is also this. So there is no separation. There is no real knower who can know this and possess the knowledge. The you who seems to be separate from everything doesn't exist. Has never existed. That's why that's that's one will never collapse, will never fall away, because it's already not there. There's just totality. There's just everything appearing for nobody. So there's just this, which is nothing already. It's not, it's not, it's not gonna become nothing because this message is spoken. It's already nothing. It's already nothing already. Thinking that it's something or imagining it's something. So if I may make an example, like uh, you're already you're already in heaven, thinking that you left heaven, or imagining or dreaming that you're somewhere else. You're already the king, imagining or dreaming yourself to be a servant. Just an example. So what is been looked for can never really be found because it was never lost. This is already here. It is already effortless and obvious to itself. There is no effort here. This doesn't make any effort. This is already here and obvious to itself. It may seem to be overlooked in a way, but that overlooking yet is also it, this appearing as that. So this, which is everything, it has no time. This has no Friday. It has no year. It has nothing. But in the story, it may seem as if there's Tuesday, or there's Friday, there's a year, there are months, weeks, but it's just a story. That's all imagined. Last week, today, and next week is a story, is imagined. There's no such thing. The you who grew up in a certain location, who was born one day, grew up in a certain location, went to a certain school, never existed at all. There's just this, which is appearing as that. So there's no Nkosi here, there's no Charles, there's nobody here already. That's the seeing itself, the seeing itself as it is not a human being. What seems to be a human being may seem to be in a something that is imposed in this seeing. The seeing itself is not a man or a woman, it's just a seeing. It doesn't know anything. It doesn't see anything. It does not worry. It doesn't desire anything. Neither happy or sad, just the way it is. It's self-luminous.
I'm sorry, it's what? It's self
It's self-luminous.
luminous.
Yes.
If I'm afraid and I am it, then it isn't it afraid?
Yeah, when it seems to associate with the story, it may seem to be afraid, but it's never really afraid. It's just that association or that identification that may seem to arise. Identification with what's happening, the activity. But when it disassociates with anything as it is, it's not it's not a man or a woman. It's not going anywhere. It's not coming from somewhere. It doesn't know anything. It's just the way it is. It doesn't mind. So it's exactly like that, even the seeing itself there. It's not doesn't mind. It's not a man, it's not a woman, it's just seeing. It's not eyes themselves don't see anything.
So just
Ears
like there's
don't
just
hear.
so just like there's just seeing, there's just fearing. There's just desiring. There's just anticipating. No one to anticipate.
Yes. It's just arising by itself, desiring. But when you look closely, when there's looking closely, it can be seen that it's never really associated with the seeing. The seeing is just there, and this desiring seems to be coming up, comes and goes. Anger comes and goes, but the seeing It's just there, just like the sun. It keeps on shining, whether they are black clouds, whether there's a thunderstorm. The sun is always shining about effortlessly.
You're talking about seeing as something deeper. I mean, if I close my eyes, I can't see.
Yes, yes, because they may remain open, but only to find that they don't see even when they are sleeping. So your ears can never hear. So this is nobody talking. And that is nobody talking already. Nobody doing anything. So there is nobody who's trapped in that body. There is nobody who's inside that body. Yeah, you don't exist already. And there's nobody here. There's really nothing to get and nowhere to get to. There's no goal to achieve already. There's just this, which is nothing, being everything. So there's no owner of things already. There's just this. But in the story, it may seem as if there's somebody who's living life, who's owning things, this and that. But that's just a story. And the story itself is beautiful. There's nothing wrong or right with it. It's just the way it is. Everything is already empty.
Like my battery. I'm gonna plug it in. I'll be right back.
Okay. This is not a story. It may appear as a story, but this as it is not a story. It's never going anywhere, but it may seem as if it's going somewhere. That's just a story. And this isn't happening already. Yet it may seem to happen. So it doesn't require words to be spoken for it to be what it is. This is already wordless. It's already whole and complete, even before any word may arise, even before any seeking may arise. Yet if seeking appears, it's also it appearing as seeking. When seeking stops, then there is only it remaining. It doesn't go away. There's already nobody to lose this. There's already nobody to find this. There's just this. It can never be gotten, because really, who is there outside of it to get it? If all there is this, who is outside of it to get it? There's just totality. There's just everything. There's no separation already. Separation is imaginary. The separate self is imaginary. The journey is imaginary. We have never gone anywhere. We have never done anything. We're not doing anything right now. There's never even a you to do anything already. There's just undisturbed silence. It's boundless. It has no borders. It is already felt from that heart space, which is this silence already. There is no mind already. Even the one who has it is already not there. So it's as if there's just formless eyes with no mind, no brain attached to it. You don't have a head.
That's what it feels like.
How are the squirrels? Are they still charging?
Why did you mention it? I was just thinking of them. Well, I mean, I was out for some of the week. Last week they were still charging. This morning, now that Mitchell's gone, you have to give the dog a little more attention. So I brought the dog out on a little spike so that he could run around about 25 feet. So he ran around in the poison ivy. So I don't know what that's going to do to him.
Yeah.
Immediately defecated. So that I think there's a wide breadth of dog smell keeping the squirrels away. And the dog, they don't. Dogs are a more obvious predator, I think, to a squirrel, right? I don't think they can quite figure people out, but dogs they know to stay away from. So, although I saw some in the distance, they didn't any. There was none that came over near me.
Nice.
But earlier in the week, there were times, or before I went to. There's been times recently where, there's been a squirrel who like look around the tree, right, and will look right at me in the eyes. And I timed it once. It's like a full minute. Squirrel's just looking at me. Trying to figure out what that's just. They're such funny little beasts.
Yeah. Oh.
And they're terrible. They're terrible decision makers. So on the way to the office, I have about a 10-minute drive, and there'll be 5, 6 dead squirrels on the road because they run out in the street, and then when the car comes, they run one direction, and at the last minute they change their mind and decide to run the other direction and run under the wheel of the car.
Ah,
And of course we slow down. I've never hit one, but so many people just and deer. There's these gorgeous deer out here, you know, that are like, this big. They're 3, 4 feet tall, and some of them huge antlers. And yeah, they get hit. It's really sad. And we've got vultures that come down and eat them. Huge birds. Yeah.
beautiful. No, I've never seen a squirrel.
Never seen a
I've
squirrel.
only seen them. Yeah, I've only seen them on television. I've only seen here around in the yard. We have snake eaters.
You have what?
Snake eaters.
Snake
Those
eaters.
little, yeah, not those small animals they are almost the same as squirrels, but not exactly the same. They live in the hole.
Oh,
I don't know what they call.
yeah. Moles.
Yeah, I think
So they have more like a rat shaped head.
the ones that usually stand like this.
Oh, yeah,
You know those
chipmunks
ones.
maybe. How big are they? Like this big?
Uh, I think they are this big.
Oh, wow. Right, okay. Do they have the
Yeah,
head? Do they have heads that look like rats?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
those are gross.
That their tail is very their their tail is very long.
Yeah.
They have a long tail. They are brown in color.
And they got sometimes a
They
white
eat snake.
face. Sometimes
Yeah,
they'll be brown, but
they're
like
more like
go ahead.
brown, reddish brown.
Oh,
Yeah.
they got these gross things called possums here. No.
Those huge ones.
Pardon?
Those huge ones like rats.
Yeah. They're like rats, but they're bigger and they've got these, yeah, they got like a really angular nose. So they tend to be like different colors that can be like, reddish brown or gray or whatever. But then the faces are usually white around the like that. And you find their skulls around.
Oh,
They're kind of
oh.
vicious little things. But at least they don't get in your house or they don't bother you.
No, no, they deal with snakes.
Yeah.
Not these ones exactly. We have let me show you.
Okay.
Just gonna you might see it. I know. Sorry.
Oops. I just put my thing in there and then I copy it from somewhere and then I just paste it in there and it just pops up.
No, I don't see these things around here. And
Oh,
they don't come
so
up. Yeah.
so I've been having this fear, unattributable fear. And even if I'm in a place where I'm not uh owning it, I am in a place when I'm not owning it, but I feel it anyway. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not
Yeah.
afraid of anything specifically. I'm not I'm not thinking that's me. I'm not worried about the fear, you know. But it's there. It's like I feel like it's in my muscles or something,
Yeah.
um heart. And it's just recent. It's just in the last week. As things have been changing a little bit, I guess. Um, maybe picking it up from other folks, in the house. Uh, but it's really strange. It's like
Yeah.
weather, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true. You do pick up even headaches from others. You do pick up the sense the sense of fear. Then it may seem as if it's coming from you, but really it's coming from somewhere else. It's being felt by somebody, apparently.
Yeah.
And that usually comes and goes.
I mean, I wasn't sure if it was global war, astrology, you know, there's some sort of, I've just no idea what's affecting it.
Another one there could be populations, heart populations, and headaches, and some fear coming up. That could also mean the earth is being somehow transformed. You know, yeah, that could be another possibility. You are experiencing that, as you have said, that there's no only not owning it. It's just there. So what I can say is that be in that space where you can just simply observe it, but don't associate with it. Just observe it. There should be no association. Just be there without any judgment. Just observe it, and then it will dissipate.
You haven't felt anything in the last week? You haven't noticed anything?
Yeah, at times it does happen. Yeah, there'll be like suddenly dizziness going on, the body, headaches, uh, some funny feeling, but it's never, you know, there's no association with any of that. This just can be observed, but not associated with.
Yeah.
Really, it just comes and goes. There's no longer that commentator that says, "Oh, maybe something bad is gonna happen." Maybe, yeah. Even when that seems to happen there, it can be just in the states of observation, and just being detached from anything, never associating yourself with anything, just observe it without judgment. It will be seen as nothing. Not having anything to comment about it or to say, just watching it, observing it until it dissipates. Sometimes they sometimes the sharp pain, more like a lightning strike, may be experienced here in the heart. So it's things are allowed to be as they are. Usually they come and go.
I had a pain this week that felt like somebody stuck me in the hip with a pin. It's just random, very specific, very focused. felt like a knife was starting to go through me. It's, just, and it was gone. Very strange.
Yeah, such things they do happen. They really want your attention just to
Yeah.
start fearing. Yeah.
I can really feel the difference in the house with the kids going all of a sudden. I mean, on the average day, I'd see Mitchell for 15 minutes, right? He always stays in his room. He plays his weird video games or whatever. Comes down, eats some food, and he's gone. A lot of times he eats in the middle of the night, stayed up till 6 o'clock in the morning. And now he's off to California to sleep on his friends' couches and maybe find work. And if he gets into college, he'll come back and go to college. But he's left, and my daughter moved to New York, and all of a sudden it's like immediate. You go home and you come home and the energy of the house is completely different. It's like it's it's hard to explain. It's just um it's just completely different. um,
Yeah. How different is it?
it's like the air is thinner. There's a
Yeah.
psychological morass that has you know, there's complexity that's dissipated.
Yeah.
Psychological turmoil that's meandered over to a different location. They're great kids. I love my kids, but you know, it's you're in your 20s and you've got stuff to work out.
Yeah. Yeah, they're still after so many experiences in life.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the way life unfolds, it's beautiful. You know, every expression is unique. Every expression is beautiful because every expression is an expression of this. This appearing as Charles, experiencing how is it like to be that character, Charles. So it may is also appearing as Mitchell, experiencing how is it like to be that character going through this and that. So every expression is unique and it's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's that pic you sent me of that animal. It looks like it's never peaceful.
Yeah. Yeah, the funny thing is you see them running around sometimes and they don't look like they're mad, right? But their face just looks like mad, you know.
Yeah.
We used to have these raccoons in Long Beach. Do you get raccoons? You know what raccoons are?
Yes. Yeah.
man, we would get the hugest raccoons, and they would come out of the sewer systems, because there's expansive sewer systems that are designed for storm water. So when the water runs off the street, it washes out to the ocean so that things don't flood. So they live down there underneath in their own little caves, and then they come out at night, and they would come out in these packs. You see 4 or 5 of them running around, and they have this kind of bizarre humpy walk, and they weren't afraid of you. They would just plot around like they own the place. The worst was the skunks, though. There was twice we got sprayed with skunks because of the dog, where the dog scared a skunk and sprayed both. Once was me and the dog, and the other time was Melissa and the dog. That's terrible. That smell stays for a really long time. You basically have to throw away your clothes. Yeah. You have
That's
skunks,
strong.
right?
Skunks are they not more like rats?
The skunks are they're black and white. They've got a very distinctive shape. They're all black with 2 white stripes that go down the center of their skin and then goes into the tail. And they're the size of a cat, and they've got these small heads, but they've got these sacks of very, very foul smelling. I don't know what the hell it is, but they'll shoot. They can spray it several feet, like 10 feet, 20 feet, at animals that try to attack them. It's this special defense mechanism that they have. So, they survive in urban areas, and when they get hit by a car, you can smell it like several days when you pass by that place. It's so strong. It's this very distinctive, like a sharp smell, I guess I would say.
Yes.
And then so, sometimes, in the urban areas, they would literally spray the dog or spray us. And it's like this oily stuff, so it actually stays for a long time.
Wow.
Yeah. And people will complain, like if the skunk sprays you 2 days later, you'll be somewhere and someone will say, "What smelled like skunk?" It's amazing. It's really amazing. Yeah. Can't believe you guys don't
Wow.
have skunks.
Yeah, we don't have skunks around here. Even raccoons and this one as well. And we don't
You don't have that guy?
you only have rats.
Yeah.
You only have small rats and those snake eaters. Yeah, they love snakes. And cats, wild cats. Not wild cats, but those little ones. No.
Little ones? What?
Yeah. I mean to say, like, they don't belong to any way. They
Oh,
just walk
regular
around.
cats that are feral cats. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, not wild cats.
You
I'm
know,
referring to lions now.
do you get like bobcats or wildcats or anything like that? Like the bigger ones?
No, no. We do get monkeys and baboons
Get baboons
sometimes. Yeah,
in town?
sometimes. Yeah, because usually there are some people who own those ones.
Like how big? Like a 900-pound baboon?
The bigger ones. the bigger
Not
ones.
like a gorilla though, right? Like a human
No,
sized,
no,
like a human sized monkey.
no. Usually, when we see a baboon, it's when it has just escaped from
I
its
see.
owner.
I see.
Yeah, but the monkeys we do see one there, two there sometimes. Yeah,
So what do people do with baboons?
they chase them. Or I mean, when they see
Right.
them walking around,
Yeah.
they would chase them and kill them sometimes.
I see. But the people who are
But
keeping the baboon, why would someone keep a baboon? Like a dog?
uh, here, yeah, they can keep them as pets. But someone who keeps a baboon here is considered to be a witch, some sort.
Really? Like a Zulu? It's a Zulu thing? A Zulu witch?
Yeah,
Huh. I'll be damned. Well, they do
that's why
magic with the
it's
baboon?
usually, yes, they do voodoo, no, voodoo
They
stuff.
cut their hands off or something?
Mm, I'm not really, I don't have really, I don't have knowledge, complete knowledge, but what I've heard is that they use those baboons sometimes to bewitch others, or to fight off people. But it's never, you don't see that the baboon during the day. You can accidentally see it at night, not
Right.
when it has escaped. Yeah. Or maybe
So
when
that's why
that's
people kill the baboons because they're associated with witchcraft, probably.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
For some reason, black cats here are associated with witchcraft. And sometimes people just kill black cats.
Yeah,
Strange.
it's
Yeah.
very strange. Yeah, strange.
Do you celebrate Halloween? Do people celebrate Halloween there?
No,
You know
no.
what it is though, right?
Yeah, yeah, I know.
From
Yeah,
movies and stuff.
yeah. We only see that from the movies, but they only celebrate Christmas Day, and on the 24th of September, it's usually a Heritage Day, a Zulu traditional day. So they do celebrate by wearing traditional clothes.
It's cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have traditional Zulu clothes?
No, I
Did
don't.
you ever wear any growing up or anything? Was that ever part of anything?
No, no. I used to have Zulu traditional clothes when I used to go to the church. Sometimes I
Really?
would wear, yeah, but ever since I'm no longer going there. Yeah.
Is it like those I'm imagining those kind of hats, those cone hats and stuff with African patterns. Is that what it looks like? Or what's the Zulu?
Zulu they wear uh s- a crown that is made of cow skin, I think. Yeah,
Hmm?
something like that. some animal skin and to cover, yeah, to cover the body. Yeah.
About time, huh?
Yes, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, right.
Well, I'll speak to you next Tuesday. Say hi to your aunt for me.
Okay, I'll do just that.
Okay. Have a good morning. Thank you, Nkosi.
Thanks. Have a good night.